And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on second down. Jackson. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Kill, kill, kill.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
To throw on second and 6. Jackson, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Go, go. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Hey, hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Hey, high 7. Ready.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. It's brought in by Harris. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Check. Kill. Check it back.
Recon, 132 fighter. What? Squeeze. Fire.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
Ready to break.
Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Leo.
Check 13.
Go.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Hard.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
Yeah. Let's go.
1st down, and they go back to Harris. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Check 4. Hey, Sam on.
Safety's creeping.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
53 is the mic. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey. Shoot.
Harris. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check nickel.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
You ready? Let's go, baby. Check. 53's mine.
Yeah.
53's mine.
You must be dreaming.
53's the mic. 53. Check. They go.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson steps away to his left. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, it's a 6. Pull it.
A give to Cook out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 39-yard line.
Save. Zip it. Watch the slant. Motion. Watch twist. Slam. Show him, go. 31.
On 2nd down, Cook. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
All day, just like that.
They run. Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Your trip is here.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Mike,
At the 33-yard line.
you can't block me.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty. But there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run. Here's Harris. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Switch. What? Switch.
Go out. Hey!
He's coming in motion. Hey. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. He can't hang.
Yo, go.
Double up.
Hey, lock it. Get it.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
30 base. Go.
On 2nd down, it's Harris. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
53 is the mic. Watch the car.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Point after, right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? you adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They run again on first down. Cook. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this is Cook with a grab. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Leo!
Check three. Chance.
Hard. Fight.
On second down now, it's Harris. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Bravo.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Mike, 53. Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team to go.
To throw on third down, Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. They juked him. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
53, check 53. Hey, D-line, let's get in now.
On first down, it's Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a run with Cook. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now on second and 16, Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting. He's able to convert for 3.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
This is Harris. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, lock it.
Check 9.
Smooth.
They'll run with Harris. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They run with Harris. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down, it's Harris. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Hey, Alpha. Let's go.
On third down, Harris. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Squeeze. 70. Indy. Deep river.
They'll run on first down. Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Rock it.
Go. Watch out.
Hey, team 6.
53 is the mic. Tackles. Let's go.
80 weapons.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, Delta.
Watch the pass.
Ready.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. He gets it complete to Harris. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, third down.
Check 3.
Hard. Five.
They'll try the right side with Harris. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Slam.
Go.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They run it again with Kamara. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On third down, Harris. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the ground, it's Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Yep.
You kill it, motion me out.
On second down now, it's Harris. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
yeah,
you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second down 6 at the 32-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike, hey. Come on, D. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Again, it's Cook. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Rip right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
53, Mike. All day, baby. All day. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Watch QB drop.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So with that need, they take care of business in the divisional round. They'll be back here at home next weekend. One more hurdle to get to the big show.
The good feelings, they just keep coming. They get to ride that wave for at least one more week because they have their big prize in their eyes, and that's getting into the Super Bowl, but they have to win next